So this is a little bit of a catch-up review. I'm not talking about Heinz, and I'm not talking about Hunts, and I'm not talking about that generic stuff that some diners have. I'm talking about a film that I've been a little lax in getting to. I actually bought this a while ago, and it wasn't until I got the sequel that I'll be reviewing very, very soon, as soon as I'm done with this one, that I decided I really need to watch the first one. So we have, from 2022, the saucy comedy sci-fi spoof extravaganza Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl. This is a new film, or a recent film, from director Jim Wynorski, who gave us countless fun drive-in style films from the early 80s on. He gave you The Lost Empire, he gave you The Return of Swamp Thing, he gave you Deathstalker 2, and on and on and on. Chopping Mall, anyone? And here we have the tale of Beverly, who is a self-centered social media influencer cam girl who has this growing empire of products and streams and followers and all that stuff. And she's looking to become the next big thing. Wink. And she has scientists working on some kind of a new synthetic food, and that's going to be her next thing, that she wants to be on every table at Thanksgiving around the world. She's not bright. And she is pushing the scientists too hard to have this thing be ready. It takes the form of a synthetic hot dog, a synthetic self-replicating hot dog, but it's experimental. Don't eat it yet. She eats it and eventually becomes a 50-foot cam girl, as you do. So this is pretty darn funny. This is funny. Wynorski has been back and forth with doing things for theaters originally, and then straight to cable, and then straight to video and all this stuff. And this is he's doing a bunch of movies for Full Moon Productions now. This is a Full Moon feature, by the way, and this I believe was the first film in his deal with Full Moon. And it's really entertaining, especially if you're a fan of the films that it's spoofing. If you know Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, in some scenes, in some ways, this directly spoofs and references that. It spoofs and mocks the whole social media influencer thing, the whole shallow internet person thing. It really skewers this not very bright, self-centered person for whom everything is about likes and followers and money. And it's just a really good time. It's not terribly salacious. It's technically it's probably rated R. I'm not sure what the rating is in this. There's some nudity in it, but not really as much as you'd expect, especially some of the Wynorski films that he had done for cable, where they were basically softcore comedies and sci-fi spoofs. But this is much more, let's say, chaste than that. It's funny. It looks really good. It was obviously shot on a very small budget, but they make the most of what they've got. A lot of good use of foreground miniatures, of CGI and simple video effects that kind of echo the old 50s effects. They're not horrible. They're not Marvel level effects, obviously, but they've got a certain charm to them that I appreciated. And there's a lot of little Ivy Smith, who's the star here, plays Beverly. She'll say little things throughout that, hashtag this and hashtag that, and it pops up on the screen. And it's very fun. And it's 62 minutes long. Let me repeat that. It's 62 minutes long, which some might say, merciful heavens, how can a film be that short? Well, the answer is, a lot of times in the old days, in the old B-movie era, the films were that short. They were not very long because they were made to be part of a bill of 2 movies, maybe a feature that might be longer, or 2 features that were 60-something minutes long, plus trailers, plus cartoons, plus all that. So it did not bother me one bit that the movie was that short, let's say, because it just moved right along. It was never boring. Let me give you a little information. I watched a movie that featured an Oscar-nominated actress from last year that had some acclaim to it that was 2.5 hours long, and let me tell you, I bailed before I hit the 45-minute mark because it was boring. This movie is not boring. So I would... if you like a little softcore sauciness, if you like scantily clad ladies and dudes that are kind of boneheads, by design in writing, and just a fun throwback to old trashy movies. This is a good Saturday night movie, although I think I might have watched it on a Saturday afternoon. Anyway, so the cast, as I may have said, you have Ivy Smith as the titular 50-foot cam girl. You have Christine Nguyen, you have Lisa London, you have Cindy Lucas, and a lot of the repertory players from Jim Wynorski films. If you watch a few of his more recent films, you'll see Bigfoot or Bust. Some of these people are in a lot of these films. The extras, you've got Full Moon Video Zone, which is something that Charles Band has been doing with Full Moon home video releases for like decades now. That is about a 7-minute talk on set while they were filming the film. Just 3 director's chairs. It's Charles Band, head of Full Moon. It's Jim Wynorski, director, co-writer of this, and Ivy Smith, the star. You've got behind the scenes that's 6 minutes, which is a mix of behind the scenes footage and cast interviews. You've got the trailer for Wynorski's Bigfoot or Bust, which actually that I think might have been the first. That was the first or the second one he had in this deal with Full Moon. That's fun too. Also available on video from Full Moon. And then you have a bunch of Full Moon trailers. You have Evil Bong 888, Don't Let Her In, The Resonator, The Gingerweed Man, Blade the Iron Cross, and Ouija's Halloween Night. So it's a fun package. It's relatively inexpensive. You can find this online. The film is also streaming out there. I think it's on Tubi as well. So I'm a physical media guy, so I like getting the DVDs where, you know, it looks great, there's no interruptions, it's got extras, you put it on a shelf, it's got a cover, all that. But it is out there in a myriad of ways since this film has been out for about a year now as I record this. So available now on Blu-ray from Full Moon Productions is the very fun, silly, and saucy Attack of the 50-Foot Cam Girl.